If you've run Facebook ads before, I probably don't have to tell you how important ad creative is for your success. The wrong ad creative can literally tank your results and end up with you wasting tens of thousands of dollars in wasted ad spend, whereas the right ad creative can turn your Facebook ad account into a literal gold mine for your subscription box. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you our best practices for creating Facebook ads that convert for subscription boxes. Specifically, I'm going to be going over how to create imagery and video that stops the scroll, how to craft compelling ad copy that drives the click and ultimately the sale, and how you can use social proof to your advantage in order to make more sales. My name is Steve. I'm the founder of Harbor Marketing Agency, and my team and I have helped scale multiple subscription box brands to 7 and 8 figures in revenue. And in these videos, I show you how. So Facebook came out with a really interesting study a couple years ago that basically broke down how people consumed ad content on Facebook. And what they found was that as people are scrolling through their feed, the first thing that captures their attention is the image or video. So we like to say that the image or video stops the scroll. And so for that reason, whenever we are creating ad creative for our clients, what we will try to do is use really bright colors on our ad creative. We consistently find that brighter imagery and video is a stronger hook and captures people's attention better than a darker or kind of bland creative that blends in with the rest of their newsfeed. So we'll use like a bright red or a bright blue or a bright green and just really try to make our creative pop on the newsfeed and kind of use a pattern interrupt method to stop their scroll and actually gain their attention. Now, another big thing that you're going to want to focus on when you're trying to create a Facebook ad that really crushes it for you is just having clarity in your ad creative. So making sure that the second people see your ad, they know exactly what it is and that it's for them. And so the way that this relates to your imagery or videos is having your product or your subscription box front and center in the image or video. I see so many brands make the mistake of trying to come up with really good creative for their Facebook ads, but the product is tucked way in the background of the image or the video, and you can't really tell what the ad is for. And so in the ads that we create for our clients, we always try to make sure that we are using imagery or video where the product is front and center and the main focus of the actual ad itself. Now, another thing that we consistently see perform very well for us, and this has kind of been a trend over the last year or so, it hasn't always been the case, but something that's working right now for us is using text overlays on our ad creative. So let's say one of our clients is running a really good offer, maybe it's a Black Friday offer, or maybe it's a holiday offer. We will actually include a text banner right over the image that calls out exactly what the offer is on top of the image. Now, this is really effective because if you're running a really great offer, especially around, a Black Friday weekend or a holiday weekend where people are actively looking to purchase, then they're going to jump on that because they're actively ready to purchase and they're looking for things to spend their money on, and they don't have to waste their time reading through all the copy to see if they want your offer. Instead, again, we just make it very clear to them. We add as much clarity to the experience as possible that this is what our offer is. It's right on the image. It's in big, bold text. And if you want to take advantage of this offer, just click on the ad and go ahead and purchase. So text overlays have been working very well for us. And so another thing that works very well for us on the imagery and video side of things is using seasonal imagery and videos. So let's say that Valentine's Day is coming up, then we will make sure that we try to include a lot of, hearts and like red and, just Valentine's Day themed imagery or video. If spring is coming, we'll use more of a spring theme. If the summer is coming, it will be more of a summer themed imagery or video style. For Halloween, it'll be Halloween, and for fall, it'll be fall styled. And so staying current with the times and being consistent with whatever season it is in your imagery and video actually does go a very long way. And so that actually requires you to update your product shots frequently and can consistently supply your ad account with new creative and new photo shoots so that your ads can perform better. But it is something that we consistently see that the clients that are able to keep up with the current theme of the year usually have higher performing ads. So before I dive into the copy side of things, I wanted to quickly touch on video ads. And so for video ads, the main tip that I can give here is to make sure that you have a very strong hook in the beginning of your video. So within the first 5 seconds of your video, you need to capture that viewer's attention and compel them to watch the rest of the video. And so it depends on what you're advertising and your video style, but you'll have to come up with a creative way to make sure that either you're spiking their curiosity, or you're intriguing them, or you're showing them something really cool about your product that will be explained later in the video. You just have to make sure that they want to watch the rest of your video. It cannot just be a bland opening. As far as the length of video ads go, I've seen success with 15-second videos, I've seen success with 30-second videos, I've seen success with 60-second videos, and I have even seen success with longer videos than that in an ad format. But generally speaking, I would not recommend going over 60 seconds in a video Facebook ad, as people's attention spans are just limited and most people will not watch past the 60-second mark. So my recommendation is test all three and see which length amount actually works best for your specific video. So now let's dive into Facebook ad copy. So there are a couple key tips that I can give for Facebook ad copy when it comes to subscription boxes. The first is that you will want to call out your audience in the first line of copy in the top part of the ad. And so in that body copy section, if you're targeting, like we have a client, Squawk Box, that targets bird owners, and so we might call out bird owners. We might say Squawk Box is the best subscription box for bird owners, or we might say attention bird owners. We have another client, Burn Box, and they do really well, and oftentimes what we'll do is we'll call out firefighters. So we'll say attention firefighters, or are you a firefighter looking for X? And so whoever your audience is, call them out so that they know that this ad is for them and they don't feel like it's just another irrelevant ad that they should just scroll past on Facebook and move on with their life. Make sure that you are directly addressing your audience. The next thing that you're going to want to do is just use social proof in your ads. This goes such a long way. So if you can just include a little line that says something like rated 5 stars on Cratejoy, or rated 5 stars on Facebook or Google or Trustpilot, or as seen in Forbes, or the subscription box that 10,000 plus customers have rated 5 stars. Little lines like that go such a long way because people want to know that other people who have been in their situation and have considered purchasing your product have had a good experience. That disarms a lot of the potential trust issues that they might have with your brand and enables them to get one step closer to purchasing your product. Another great thing to include in your ad copy is a sense of urgency. So give people a deadline. Give them a reason to purchase now and not to push it off until later. So a great way to do this is to couple this strategy with a really good offer. So let's say that you're running a really good offer. Maybe it's, a free gift with purchase, or maybe it's, 30% off or 25% off. Add a deadline to that offer and let people know about that deadline in the ad copy. So don't just say that you're running 25% off. Instead, say you're running 25% off and the offer ends tonight at midnight. That is going to be a lot more compelling, and that will get people to click and actually purchase that day instead of looking at it, maybe being interested in the offer, but thinking that they can push it off until next week and then they forget about it and they never actually end up purchasing. So make sure that you use urgency in your ad copy. Another great tip here is to make sure that you include a strong and clear call to action to wrap up your ad copy. So many people make the mistake of writing this great ad copy and addressing their audience and presenting a great offer and using urgency and social proof, but then they don't tell people what to do and where to go. Your customers need direction, and so at the end of every ad, tell them click to learn more, or click to purchase now, or click before our sale ends at midnight. Tell them exactly what to do, give them a call to action, and you will see your click-through rates go up and ultimately more sales from your ads. And so finally, my last tip when it comes to ad copywriting for subscription box Facebook ads is use short form copy. We have tested long form copy and short form copy for multiple clients across multiple accounts, and we consistently find that short form copy performs better. Now, there are exceptions in cases where maybe you have a more complicated subscription box and it's difficult to understand and it just requires more education and more messaging around it. But generally speaking, short form copy performs a lot better for us. And so the key to doing this right is including all of those elements that I just talked about, where you're addressing your audience and you're using social proof and you're using urgency and you're presenting a great offer and you're using a strong call to action, and doing all of that within 3 or 4 sentences and using very short form copy that gets right to the point, includes all of those persuasion tactics, and ultimately drives the click and the sale. So in order to do that, it's going to require multiple revisions. So you'll have to write your copy, read through it several times, revise it, cut out the fat, and just leave the persuasion tactics in there that we talked about, and your offer and your call to action. So short form copy will usually perform better than long form copy. And finally, my last tip here for creating amazing ads that convert very well for subscription boxes is to make sure that you are racking up social proof on your ads. And so the way that we like to do this is if we have an ad that we launch and it's working very well. So let's say that we launch an ad in top of funnel or in retargeting and it's working very well, and we're running it through a conversion objective campaign and it's starting to get some traction. What we will do is take that ad and actually run it in an engagement campaign that targets that brand's page followers and previous customers that have rated them 5 stars. And so when we take that ad and run it through an engagement campaign, what ends up happening is it very quickly racks up a lot of likes and comments and shares, and previous customers might comment on it and talk about how much they loved the experience with that subscription box. And so then when we take that ad and run it back to top of funnel or retargeting, wherever it was getting some initial traction, now we've essentially supercharged it, because now those customers or those potential customers who are viewing the ad can see all of that positive social proof from their page followers and their past customers, and it just amplifies the value that this subscription box is bringing to the table. So that has been a very effective strategy for us and something that I recommend everybody try. And so that is everything you need to know about subscription box Facebook ads that convert. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm coming out with new videos on a weekly basis and sometimes more frequently. And if you'd like to work with us, be sure to go to harbormarketingagency.com and fill out our intake form and we'll book a call. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.